Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning. How are you?
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Welcome back to you.
Where were you yesterday?
Golfing.
Oh, again.
All I do is golf. I golf every single day.
What did you do Sunday?
I golfed. I did golf, but in support of the Jackson Golf Hall of Fame, where Doug Hansen was inducted, and it was a nice ceremony. I played with Jeff Steers.
Oh,
Jeff's entitled to play the golds, but he chose to play the blues. I may have mentioned something to Steve Madeline after the fact, that I think Steve played the golds and Jeff played the blues. Either way, we had a fun time.
there's Elaine with her car keys, ready to
There's
bail.
Andrea Clark, who has won the Player of the Year
Wow.
70 straight times. I can't tell you the last time anyone has won besides her. Hey, and there's Brian Kuhn. Kuhn winning Player of the Year for the first time. So it was fun. Our team did not win, but we had a nice day.
Congratulations to Doug Hansen and the Players of the Year. 50 degrees right now in Jackson. Today should be a great day. All week long, beautiful weather. A little fog you might have noticed this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and high of 69 today. Beautiful mid-September weather. Let's see what Tina has to say about the weather today.
Good morning, it's Tina at Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More. Are you looking to update your unit? Give us a call. We offer financing.
It'd be a good time for financing, too. Great time for financing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's that time of year where you're kind of in between the heat and AC. So a lot of times you can turn it on and the thing's broken. That ever happened to you? Yeah.
That happens to everybody all the time.
Yeah. Should we talk about Mel Tucker?
Poor Mel.
No, you're not supposed to say poor Mel. So he has received his termination letter, if you will, that he will be fired without for cause, and then of course it listed the reasons that we know about. He'll have 7 days to respond. What do you think will happen?
He'll respond.
You think he'll respond with lawsuit?
Well, he's unpredictable. This investigation, apparently, according to the Lansing State Journal this morning, Mel Tucker pushed back his harassment hearing. It was scheduled for August. He pushed it back to October, and some are claiming that he did that so he could continue to receive his $750,000 a month salary for another month or two. Wow.
Whoa. Whoa, that's a pretty good month.
Yeah.
Especially when
Yeah, apparently he gets a check every month.
Well, he
$750K.
he fumbled the bag, as they say. So he will be fired, and I'll be interested to hear the response. But if you're Michigan State, it's time to move on no matter what. And one thing that's interesting is the transfer portal. I've just been told by our college football staff upstairs, the transfer portal will open for 30 days after he's fired. So that means kids can walk out the door. So we'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully someone will walk in the door.
Well, probably some two-star linebackers that are about 6'1", 195. So sunglasses, you know I love sunglasses. Not as much as Deion Sanders.
You lost yours the other day.
I lost them, but I keep finding them. These are what I want. And Deion and Blender Eyewear, wow, talk about a partnership. They've done $70 million in pre-orders in the last week and a half after Colorado State's coach told Deion to take his sunglasses off. Well, Deion bought them for everyone on his team, and now everyone in the country wants a pair of the Prime 21s. $67 pre-order. I don't know when they'll arrive, but I kind of like them.
$67 sounds like a fair price.
It does sound like a fair price. Have you been watching the Colorado games on the sidelines?
Unbelievable.
I mean, The Rock, Lil Wayne, Key Glock, I know you're a fan of his. Kawhi Leonard was at the game. I mean, it's turning into the Lakers.
Yes, it's all the rage.
It's fun.
Last night, the Monday Night Football,
So there were two games, so I decided to not watch either.
Steelers beat the Browns, 26-22. The poor Browns. Only one touchdown from the Steelers offense.
And the Browns also lost their best player, Nick Chubb, last night to a devastating leg injury. Yeah.
A lot of injuries in the week, the week of high school, or college and pro.
Yeah, the Michigan game, there were a couple long injuries. Yeah.
Saturday, I was in Detroit. We went over to Eastern Market where Freddie Dancy sells Dancy's Fancy Butter. And while we were there, this building had a partial collapse.
Really?
You know the Gurmac Nut building there across from Shed 2 at Eastern Market?
I'm not a big.
You ought to go. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable, the market. So 20 minutes before this collapsed, I was standing right on the corner there.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
20 minutes, and there were people in cars injured when that collapsed. Just came out of nowhere. It just was unbelievable. But
Is it occupied?
yeah, there's a gym on the second floor. They were doing their gym stuff. Beyond Juice on the first floor, and Everybody versus Detroit, their world headquarters there. The city says the building has to come down, but historic preservation people say, wait a minute, let's check.
Well, it looks severely damaged.
Yeah. So about 5 or 6 businesses in the building affected. About 20 minutes. I missed it by 20 minutes.
Well, I'm glad you didn't get hurt.
It was crazy in Detroit. The Lions, Duran Duran, the auto show, and the strike.
The strike.
the
This needs to get
strike.
taken care of. Manufacturers are already starting to release layoff notices to the state. Of course, Jackson, we're driven by automotive manufacturing here. Yeah, we're going to continue to feel those impacts every single day.
Last night, Sean Fain, the union head, said we are going to strike some more plants by Friday if negotiations this week stall. So already 13,000 workers are on strike.
Yeah, have you seen the cost of a new vehicle, by the way?
50 grand? I don't know.
Maybe. I think they're a lot more than that.
I think the average is.
We're paying top dollar for vehicles already. I just don't know where the rest of the money is going to come from.
Well, good point. You know, the head of the union points out the salaries of the CEOs of Stellantis, Ford, and GM. Oh, you know, we were talking about high salaries last week. The head of the Blue Cross Blue Shield
oh, you got him.
nonprofit
You got him to resign.
making $15 million a year. Well, later that day, that very same day, he announced he was stepping down. So I don't know if we affected that.
I don't know if we did, but if we did. Dayton, Ohio has announced that they will be a site for this new air taxi plant. And I'm wondering if you would ever get in an air taxi.
No.
No, me neither. So this will be like a ride sharing thing.
What could possibly go
Yeah,
wrong?
Joby Aviation selected Dayton, Ohio for electric air taxi factory. Production should start in 2025. Plan to build up to 500 per year. So this will be like a ride share thing, Brandon. So like you can go on trips up to 100 miles and the pilot will fly you at 200 miles an hour.
Whoa.
And we can expect to start seeing these in crowded cities.
Dayton is an aeronautical capital. Helicopter parts are made there at a lot of plants. Remember, we went to. Did you go to Dayton that day?
I did. I did go to Dayton that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had a client in Dayton, top secret.
Very top secret.
Air
We can't-
Force
Yep.
contractor.
You've already said too much. I don't see myself getting in one of these. One of the.
I don't either.
I'm afraid of them.
You actually had the opportunity to go in a Huey a couple weeks ago, but you chose not to.
I chose not to even go to the airport when they were riding the Huey. So yeah, no, not for me. Not for me. Thank you very much. Week 4 already. Is it week 4 or 5 of high school football? 4, and we've got live coverage presented. It is week 5 already, isn't it? Is it 5? Noah just yelled 5.
5?
Week 5?
Already?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Week 5, we will have Dearborn Divine Child at Lumen Christi live on JTV Friday, 6:45 coverage.
And all weekend long, high school sports replays and more. Be sure and tune in to to JTV.
Our show today is brought to you by Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. And each week, Heather reminds us why it's great living here in Jackson. And today we're featuring Laughlin's Slice of Spice. Owners Dan and Mary Laughlin created a hometown pizzeria that serves quality fire brick oven meals with their signature hand-tossed dough and homemade vine-ripened tomato sauce with authentic, no additive cheese. Conveniently located on M60 in Spring Arbor.
I love Laughlin's.
I know you do. Thanks to Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team for helping us bring you Love Living here.
We've been getting calls this week about the new vaccines. The CDC has approved them. They're released and they're available in Jackson at these locations. The CVS on West, the CVS at Jackson Crossing. I didn't even know there was a CVS at Jackson Crossing.
I
can't
still
picture
don't
it.
know that. It's in the Target.
The CVS in Brooklyn and the two Walgreens on West Avenue in East Michigan. That's it for now. The health department says maybe by Thursday they'll have it, but I guess they don't know until it arrives, just like everyone else.
Yeah, and if you want, I can probably administer the shot. I've been administering
Oh, that's
insulin
right.
shots twice a day for the last few weeks, so pretty handy with a needle.
I know you're a big fan of Disney World. Yesterday they shut it down.
Yeah, that's fine.
A bear was found, a real bear in Disney World. This isn't the Disney World bear. I'll get to this in a second. This isn't
This
the
is
Disney.
a different bear.
Different bear.
Other bear.
The Disney bear was found in a tree, so they shut down Frontierland, Liberty Square, and Adventureland, and they don't know if it's going to reopen today because, where there's one bear, there's probably more.
Sounds very dangerous.
And in other bear news, in Alaska, bears, plural, two of them, on a military base, raided a Krispy Kreme donut van. The van stopped in front of a convenience store during its delivery. The driver leaves his doors open because he's in a hurry, runs in, and a bear and one of her cubs jumped into the back of the van, spent 20 minutes there chomping on donut holes and pastries, and the guy tried to bang on the van to show him away, and they weren't interested in leaving. So bears love donuts. How about that?
How about that? Our show today brought to you by Summit Heights Dental Care. Thank you to Summit Heights for helping us bring you today's show, and Dr. Nick Legau. We had some pictures from the Pink Viking game.
Oh yeah.
We should take a look at those. Yeah, it was a great game. The annual Pink Viking game.
Pinckney, the opponent. Isn't that interesting?
Pinckney.
Pinckney.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Pinckney.
Of course, all of the Vikings honoring a family member, loved one, or friend that is either passed from cancer or currently dealing with cancer. Raises a lot of money, and great opportunity for the kids to donate money right back to Henry Ford Hospital here in Jackson where they live. So very cool.
Very emotional, as many of those who were honored with their names on the back of the jerseys were in attendance and accompanied the athletes onto the field. And really, what a great tradition this has turned into. And the money goes to the hospital, but to be used by patients and that are undergoing cancer treatment.
Right away.
And they can use it for anything.
Yep, right
So,
away. I think last
right
year
away.
they were able to donate, I think somewhere around $6,500 from that game. So great community event based around that football game and JPS. So good to see.
We're in the throes of fall sports.
Oh my gosh, we are. It's time for the Extreme Dodge Scoreboard, brought to you by Extreme. And there's a lot of scores on here. A lot of scores. Let's get things started with boys soccer. Look at that kid's got a cast on his hand right there.
Wow.
Holy
You
cow.
did that, remember?
I did. I wonder how he does with that. Columbia 7, Jonesville 0, Grass Lake 4, Michigan Center 0. Jackson Christian 9, Quincy 1, Jackson High 9, Pinckney 2. Girls golf, Concord finished second at the Onstead Invitational. Lumen Christi 4th at their quad meet. Boys tennis, Lumen Christi finished second. Columbia fourth at the meet over at Lumen College Events. Women's golf, Spring Arbor University finished second at the Cardinal Golf Classic. The men from Spring Arbor, they took the title. Congratulations to them. In volleyball, Mott beat Jackson 3-0. And here's what's coming up on deck for today. Lots of volleyball. You know, my daughter was they played volleyball at Northwest, and her and her friend got home. I said, you guys were able to do one thing that your father was never able to do today, and that was lose to Northwest. So congratulations to do that. I'll tell you what, their 7th grade, 8th grade volleyball team at Northwest.
They have a program.
Wow. So here's what's coming up. Check it out. And we'll have scores, highlights, and more on our website, jtv.tv, later on.
One other high school sports note, on Saturday night, the Panther Bowl got a new name. It is now the Ron Rudlin Field at the Panther Bowl. Longtime coach for Western Soccer, Ron Rudlin. He actually started the Western program in 1985, coached for 33 years.
Wow.
And was honored on Saturday night as the field named the Ron Rudlin Field.
Well deserved.
Many of his former athletes came back to be part of the celebration, along with team members, current team members, and family, friends, administrators, and others.
A lot of
Community.
varsity jackets in the crowd.
Yeah, they came back in support. So congratulations to Ron Rudlin, who's really a great guy, and he does a lot at Western, not just soccer.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Well deserved.
He runs the music program.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Very good.
Who's on the show today?
We've got a wonderful show lined up. We're going to get things started with Amanda Loveland and Tim Booth from the Jackson Chamber of Commerce right after this.